It's time to become the best version of yourself and help others do the same. It's Monday morning and we're talking success.
Hello, Soul family. Jordan Peterson coming at you live from our Soul Studios here in Pleasant Grove, Utah. Today is June 24th. I cannot believe the year is half over. I can't believe that we've already passed the summer solstice, which means every day is getting a little bit shorter now, clear until December. It's wild. But man, it's been a great year so far. I hope you're enjoying your summer. It's been such a beautiful time of year, and it's just fun to see everybody just enjoying it and getting out with family and doing the fun things. It's good to see everybody on live with me today as well. As always, chime in if you haven't already. Let us know that you are out there. When I'm looking over here, it's because I'm looking at the screen that shows all your comments to let me know what you guys are saying and what you're doing out there. So as you can see, chime in. Just wish everybody a good morning, or let us know where you're at or what you're doing or what the weather's like, because then we can see you and we can put your name into the bucket of fun, which is always a good thing. I know that you may be noticing that my mug is a little different today. I took my kids camping Friday night, and I took my Cinemate mug that I love with me, and when I got home I washed it and left it in my kitchen. So today we're rocking a new Cinemate mug. I'll tell you what, it still tastes just as good, whether it's in the nice big one or this one here, your Daily Lift mug. They're fantastic. So today we are giving out some mystery boxes. We've got 3 mystery boxes. I originally thought that perhaps this mug would fit perfectly inside of there, and then when I peeked, I realized, yes, they would, but we've got all sorts of little swag items in here. That's kind of fun. So mystery boxes today is the name of the game. We are going to give one out to those who are watching live, one out to those who have already signed up for our Soul Ignite in October, and one for those who participated in our SN sweeps. We've got you covered. If you've done all those things, there's a chance you could win multiple times today. We've never seen it happen, but it's possible because your name is in there multiple times. I promise. We're not messing with anything there. So we've got 2 buckets of fun all ready to go. This one is for those who've signed up for Ignite already. This one are those who participated in our SN sweeps. And then here in a couple minutes, Kristen will bring in another one full of names for those who are on live talking and letting us know you're out there right now. So it is just perfect, guys. It's so good. So good to have you here. Today is the last week of the month as well, which is just awesome. July is right around the corner. Then comes August and September, my favorite months personally. But it's so good. Now, as always, we love to reward you guys for bringing people into the Soul family and just expanding our reach and our influence and our help to others. And we like to recognize you in this little segment we call Rock and Roll, our top 10 rock and rollers for the last week. This is including new enrollments and also trial box purchases as well. And here we go. Coming at number 10, we have Christy Malone. At 9, Victoria Terry. At 8, Chris Hedrick. At 7, Nabor Aramillo. At 6, we have Lourdes Lira Turbiartes. At 5, we got Lisa Napke. Rounding out our top 5, we got Elvia Garcia at 4. At 3, Jordana Espinosa. At number 2, Amanda Rivera. And coming in at number 1 for the last week, we have none other than Lydia Ferrantino, one of our 100Ks. So good. And she's always on here on Monday, so we love recognizing her as well. So congratulations to all of you. As way of announcement, our average enrollment this last week was $230.45. And you know we love that because that means people are trying lots of different products. And that means they're getting great results, and they'll continue to get results as they continue taking those products. It's a great little cycle that we have going on there. So it's always a good thing to see. We also had some great input into our SN sweeps this last week. We love seeing people just go out there and continue to post and hashtag SN sweeps to show us what they've got going on. We had a great one come in from Satinka Brosington out in California this week. Her son got involved, and we'll go ahead and watch that right now. It's a video of him juicing some fresh limes there, putting it into his mason jar cup. It says add a little water to your glass. And it goes ahead and he opens up the Renew and the Vital, mixes them together into the cup there. We got the Soul Naturals little frother. Mix well, it says. Then we go ahead and smush up some fresh mint leaves to your liking. And here we go. Add some more cool water and ice. Perfect. And down it goes. She went and said, my teen making an herbal cocktail. The weather warms and my kids love fun drinks. He makes this one in the summer for him and his sister. They love the fruity, refreshing taste. Yum. But they know it helps them have a calm mind and mental energy for the extra fun summer activities. Bonus is that it helps my teenage son with some transitional things. Puberty isn't only for girls. He experiences less frustration and less aggravation. Teenager meltdowns, anyone? He doesn't have so many growing pains or aches either. Needs new shoes every 3 months. Lord have mercy. Right? Soul Vital is great for all ages. Simple added nutrition for your mind and body. Soul Renew is great to support your mental stability and hits that reset button we need each day. Both of these drink packets are in my 3-day reset box. Ask me how to get one for yourself or your teen, right? Such a great post there on social media. We love to see that. And that leads us to more testimonials. All these posts that you do really are just testimonials. You're showing people what it's all about. And we've got a great one here as well that we love to see. Before I needed to sleep 10 to 12 hours, I took 2-hour naps from noon to 2 p.m., barely get housework done, etc. Now I have energy, no need for naps. Housework is easier. I have time for walks, which I could not do before. I'm even able to do crafts and play with the grandkids. Life is not perfect. I have aches and pains, but I'm enjoying my life now. And that is what we love to see. These testimonies are so fantastic. How many people do you know that are kind of in that same box? Lack energy, just really not able to function as well as they'd like, which means they're not able to accomplish the things they want to accomplish, right? And it's so awesome to see the tools and the help that Soul can give them in order to put them in a position where they can just manage those things a little bit better. And oftentimes we say that Soul Naturals, we help with the daily stresses of life. Now, sometimes you think of like, well, extra things added on me that cause those stresses. But just think how stressful it is when you want to do stuff and you can't because you don't feel good. Right? You don't have that energy to do what you want to do. You can't do the housework like she said. You can't keep up with your grandkids. And so just the ability to be able to have the tools and the management that you need in order to function properly is such a key thing, right? And it's so cool that Soul is able to help with that. Now with that, as we're helping people with different products and trying to get them back on their path, and we have the great 3-day reset trial box that works so well for that. There may be times though that you look at it and you're like, you know, I'd like just to mix this up just a little bit and have it change. That test of that video by Satinka was such a great example of that. Add a few little mint leaves in there. It changes the flavor a little bit. It's fun. And people are seeing this all the time. Here in Utah, we have a ton of different drink places that you can go, that you can just doctor up your favorite Coke or Sprite or Dr. Pepper, whatever your favorite cola is. And they'll add some little mix-ins and whatever else, and it's just the way to go. It's just a little bit fun. And so keeping with that kind of mind frame, we wanted to go ahead and have a mocktail competition, as you can see right here. We put this post in the Soul Business page on Facebook, so you can find it as well. But as you can see, it says, enter your own soul mocktail creation for the chance to have it judged by our founders and win a grand prize. Spotlight each drink individually. You see all the drinks we have there, right? Soul Vital, Cinemate, Excel, Renew Royal, Good Vibrations, All Event Greens, Infatuate, Soul Complete. You may submit one video for each product listed above for 9 videos total. If you like to play around in the kitchen and just make things delicious, go ahead and do it, right? So easy as 1, 2, 3, choose your product, select the product you want to feature in your mocktail video, make a yummy mix, make a delicious drink based off of a popular recipe or your favorite flavors, and then upload the video, right? Create a high quality video, post it, then upload the link and recipe to our Google form. And then we'll go ahead and we'll judge it next week. We'll narrow it down to one top drink from each product category, and the founders will judge them to determine the grand winners. We'll be judging on the following. Must use one Soul product. It's based off of a real cocktail recipe. Most points based off of taste, presentation of the drink on the video. Video production needs to be less than 20 seconds. And then there's a link to upload things there, right? And then we have a fantastic mocktail kit we'll be sending the winners, which is awesome. As you can see there, there's a nice picture there of it, right? And then there's some tips and everything else that you can look at as well. And as always, if you have any questions, reach out at social@soulnaturals.com. They'll take care of you. So if you have any more questions on this, it's posted on our Facebook page under Soul Business. But it's just a fun way to try the drinks a little in a different way, mix it up a little bit. Maybe you're just drinking the same thing every day and you're like, it'd be fun to kind of try something new. This would be a great opportunity to see that. And then we'll post the results as we try, your different creations. We have a ton of people who are really, really good at just trying and adding just a few little things just to mix it up a little bit. So it's always fun to see what you guys come up with to make it better and different. So give it a shot. We love it. We can't wait to see you be a part of this. Now this last, and that competition ends on Sunday, so you have about a week to get it figured out, okay? Now, this past week has been really interesting here in Utah. I know it hit other places as well, but we had a nice little rainstorm come in over the weekend. And it was a pretty wild time down in southeast Utah. A lot of you guys have seen pictures of southeast Utah where we have a lot of the red rocks around the Moab area and other places like that. Now, it's a really interesting area because it's so dry. It's tons of rocks. It's a lot of sand. The dirt around there, instead of just being kind of nice dirt, it's usually red clay, which makes it really slippery when it gets wet. And it was really interesting on Friday because they got 2 inches of rain. Now I want you to think about that. 2 inches, as you can see on this, is that much right there. 2 inches of rain. And you would look at that and think to yourself, well, 2 inches of rain, I mean, come on, that's not a big deal. It's just that much. It's less than your finger length of rain. So what could it possibly cause, and what would it happen when it hits the desert like that? Well, I wanted to show you a video to kind of explain and show what happened when an area that isn't used to rain gets just a measly 2 inches of rain. We'll go ahead and roll that right now.
This is one of the biggest flash floods I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God. Yep, I guess I'm stuck. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Absurd amount of water, whole trees. This is absolutely incredible to witness. There's a whole tree.
All right, perfect. As you could see, there was just a ton of water coming over that road. It's really interesting because that area where that's at, it's just down below Moab, between a couple of cities down there. And it's really interesting because they know that these happen. There's a big wash right there. They have a big culvert that actually goes underneath that road, which allows water to go underneath the road instead of over top of it when we have issues like that. But they were just a little bit unprepared for how much water actually came down. As you can see, if you looked at that, you were like, man, they must have gotten a ton of rain. As I mentioned before, 2 inches in one day, that much. It's not that much. And, but for down there, it was. And in other areas, it wouldn't be that big of a deal and wouldn't make that big of a difference. And I want you to think about in your own life, there are times in your life when it feels like you have just everything going wrong. And you just kind of build up resiliency to that as you continue to move forward. Other times you feel like everything's going well, and then all of a sudden the slightest thing happens and it throws you completely off your game and puts you in a tough spot. So my question to you then is, how do we build up the resiliency to manage the storms that come into our lives? What do you guys like to do with that? We have some different points here that we're going to talk about, but I wanted to put it out to you guys because the interesting thing I find when we talk about things like this is that a lot of these things aren't a secret. A lot of us know how to take care of ourselves. A lot of us know the right things to do to put ourselves in a position to thrive when we have adversity and when the thunderstorms of life come over us. Are we doing them though? And why aren't we doing them, right? And so I thought we'd just discuss that here for a little bit because we know the rain is coming. It's absolutely coming. And as I mentioned before, it may sound like a lot. I mean, 2 inches of rain. I mean, it's just that much. But when it comes down all in one place and we're not ready for it and we're in a position where it can completely wash us out, right? And so we want to make sure we're in a good spot. So Maria says, flash floods happen lots in Houston. It only takes a little rain and a major emergency. right? Absolutely. And we saw that down there this weekend. And it was actually a blessing. The week before, as I mentioned in my last Monday morning Talking Success, I took a group of 300 plus people down into that same area, and we hiked some slot canyons. And just the very next week, which was this last Friday, they had all that rain come in and some major flash flooding through those canyons, through the slot canyon. So I felt lucky myself that we missed it by a week, because man, it would have been a mess, right? So how do we build resiliency? Chris Hedrick says, breathe, pray, Vital Renew, Sunshine, Soulflex AC cream. I could keep going, right? Terry says, the rain is coming. Sounds like a Led Zeppelin song. Yeah, that would actually be a good song right there. So it says here, resiliency is the ability to cope with and recover from adversity and stress. It can also involve using adversity to improve flexibility and overall functioning. I found that to be really interesting, because a lot of times when we think of adversity and putting ourselves in a spot where we have high stress, we're like, oh my gosh, it's just burying me and I'm not able to function and do the things I want to do. Here, they say it actually can improve flexibility. And if you think about that, when you stretch, you're putting yourself in a position where you're not used to being in. You can feel the pull, the little bit of a tear, where your muscles are screaming at you saying, what are you doing? And if you do it nice and slow and put yourself in a position, you get more flexible. If you do it fast all at once, you could tear the muscle, right? It says different things may work for different people, but here are some ideas you can absolutely try. Number one, self-care, right? Make sure you're taking care of yourself and you're putting yourself in a position where you can manage it, right? And so getting good sleep, getting good hydration, it's what we talk about here at Soul, right? Take a holistic approach at your health. Make sure you're able to function in all those things, and using some of those things that Chris says. Breathe, pray, right? Do all those things that'll put yourself in a great position. Terry says, a little more adaptable, listen to my body and rest when needed. Absolutely. Be kind to yourself, tend to your needs and your feelings, and practice self-compassion. Recognize that you're not going to do it right all the time, but by golly, that's why we have a new day every day. We can start fresh and figure it out and move forward, right? We also need to take care of our physical health. So eat healthy, includes physical activity every day, right? We should be doing something that makes us sweat every single day. Get your body moving a little bit, make sure it can keep functioning. It moves stuff around and it's like it's supposed to. When we just sit around, it puts us in a really tough spot, right? We need to manage our stress, right? So as Chris talked about, we have some breath work we could do. We could do some yoga. We could do some prayer, meditation, guided imagery, all those things. And also let's take care of our nutrition part of that as well, right? And that's what Soul Naturals offers. Social connections, right? Make sure that we avoid the social isolation. We feel like we're in a tough spot, and so we withdraw and we don't want to see anybody. It wears us out. But man, overall, it puts us in such a better position if we stay close to people that we like and that we love and that we need to be around, right? Interests and hobbies, right? Develop your interests and hobbies and do activities you enjoy. Learn from the past. Don't keep repeating the same thing you've done over and over again. Making a mistake is wonderful, right? We should be making mistakes. That means we're trying new things and we're growing. The key to life is not continually making the same mistake over and over and over and over and over again, because then we just put ourselves in a really tough loop and it's hard to get out of that cycle, right? Face your fears, right? Practice overcoming fears. I've heard people say that you should do one thing every day that you really don't want to do, right? Just to prove to yourself that you can force yourself to do things you don't want to do. Because there's a lot of things in life that are just hard. And so you can build up that resiliency every day by doing something you don't want to do. That's for everything from waking up a little earlier than you want to, taking a cold shower, finally crossing something off your to-do list you have been avoiding, making yourself go out and exercise, talking to somebody you've been avoiding, doing tons of those things. And it just builds that resiliency as we continue to move forward, right? And then last but not least, it says to embrace change. Put yourself in challenging situations, like taking an adventure vacation or running a triathlon. Now, I don't think we need to all go run a triathlon, but there's a lot of different changes in our lives that we just need to be able to be open to and resilient to. Because as we do that, as we build on those things and we continue to put ourselves in a position that makes us more resilient, when all that rain comes down, we're ready to soak it up and we can thrive. It doesn't just completely mess us up and overtake our lives, right? And that's what we're looking for. It also says stay away from drama and energy suckers, right? Choose happy. Absolutely. We have a choice of who we hang out with for the most part. Sometimes with kids and with other family members, it can be a little tricky, but absolutely, right? Get out of your comfort zone, Lydia says, right? All those good things, right? Build now for the future, Lydia says. And that is what we're trying to do. So you may be talking to somebody and they say, you know, I'm in a great spot. I don't feel like I need anything. I'm healthy. I'm in a great spot. I don't need your stuff. I don't need anything that you're offering. And you can say, wonder, how are you currently managing the stresses of your life? Oh, I do all these wonderful things. Awesome. Well, maybe we can help to build on that foundation. So as you continue to move forward in life, you'll be ready for those things that are coming. Oh, that's a great point. Yeah, I should try that, right? And that's a great way to look at it. So there you go, guys. Resiliency. Also, as we wrap up today's show, I wanted to talk to you about our Soul Prime Founders Challenge. We're going to show you the screen right now. It says Soul Ignite Founders Soul Prime Challenge. Secure your spot at the exclusive Founders activity on October 11th, 2024 during our Soul Ignite event. Those who qualify for Soul Prime each month from June through September will receive a special invitation. Why are we talking about this today? Because it is the last week of June. And so if you want to come to our Soul Ignite Soul Prime Challenge adventure that we're going to be going on, you got to hit Prime this month. Now, how do you hit Prime? If you are 15K and above, let's talk about it. Then you just need to qualify for Soul Prime each month and have somebody on your first level qualify for it, right? There's the Power Prime levels at Soul Leader 15K and above that you need to qualify. You can see it on the graph on the right. You need to have at least 16 people or 24 people each month, or you can qualify any Soul Prime qualification level. So if you're 15K and above, you can enroll 4 people with that average enrollment, getting you up to $150 enrollment volume for the month. Place your own personal orders up to $150. And then you need to have somebody on your first level qualify for Soul Prime. So help somebody underneath you qualify, and that'll get you qualified for this challenge that we're doing. If you're below Soul Leader 15K, then you just need to qualify at any of those levels and you will be set, right? So this event's only open to Soul Brand specialists who qualify for completing the challenge. Make sure you qualify so you don't miss out. We want to see you there. You have a whole nother week, 25% of the month left to qualify if you haven't already. And again, it's just such an awesome way to show your team how to do it, right? Soul Prime puts you in a prime position to be successful moving forward. That's what it's there for, and that's what it's all about. And then we reward you financially for doing that as well, which is just a great way to do it. So, all right, guys, and if you haven't already registered for Soul Ignite, make sure you do that as well. Click on the events page on your dashboard, and you'll be able to sign up and come be with us. The price goes up at the end of June as well. So starting July 1, the price goes up again. So make sure you register and let your people know about it as well, because we want them to be there with us. All right, guys, let's go ahead. We're going to get you out of here with some swag, as we should. We've got our 3 different mystery boxes full of good stuff. We're going to go left to right as you can see it. This one is our Soul Ignite registration people right here. And let's see who is feeling lucky. We haven't had somebody win more than once today. Maybe it's going to be today. Today's feeling kind of like a lucky day. It's kind of rainy and stormy here on the weekend in Utah. And now it is beautiful. We're getting heat warnings today. It's supposed to be 97. It's going to be awesome. So here we go. The first winner is Rosa Nunez. Rosa Nunez, you have won our Ignite registration challenge. We got our SN sweeps, all those that participated this last week. Every time you make a post and hashtag with SN sweeps, we put your name in here. So your name could be in here multiple times, and that is the way to go. So let's go ahead and see who's winning this today. And we have Nicole O'Kelly over in Idaho. Nicole, you have got yourself a mystery box. And last but not least, we have those who are on with us live right now. And let's see who we got. We got Rosa on live. I can see her out there. We've had Nicole Kelly on live. So let's see if one of them can win. Or maybe somebody else is feeling lucky. You can hear me mixing it up. We don't want any cheating going on here. And the winner today is Maria Balderas. Maria, you've got yourself a mystery box as well. We'll send it out to you. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great week. It's the last week of June. Keep pushing forward. Accomplish your goals. Qualify for Soul Prime. Come with us on that Soul Prime Founders Challenge in October during our Soul Ignite event. Register for it if you haven't already. Just keep doing what you're doing. As always, keep sharing soul. We sure love you guys, and we'll see you again soon.